Morgan.
I'm Divya.
And I'm Abby, and we grouped together in order to identify and solve a problem in the restaurant industry.
Initially, we discovered the 5 E's of customer experience and decided to explore each category through personal experience and the interviewing of customers. In the beginning, we came across a customer who was dissatisfied with the amount of ice in his glass, sparking the idea of focusing on making the exchange between waiter and customer easier for all parties involved. In an interview with a frequent restaurant goer, we found that getting the attention of a waiter can be difficult.
Sometimes it is hard to get the attention for the waiter and for paying bills or something, and sometimes he is coming for unnecessarily.
We found that other customers thought very similarly that when the waiter is there, you don't need them, but when you need them, you cannot find them or get their attention. We began ideation with a pain versus frequency graph, graphing the problems customers and waiters alike pointed out to us. First, we tackled the problem of ice quantity and ways to solve that problem. We came up with the pitcher that has a sliding grate so the waiter may open it for customers who want more ice and close it for customers who don't. Next, we approached the problem of getting the attention of waiters. We began with the idea of a button on each table that would trigger a light above or on the table and in the kitchen if the waiter was in the kitchen and he could not see the light illuminated from the table or ceiling. Another idea was to attach a buzzer or pager to each waiter so that when the button is pressed, the waiter is personally notified that a specific table needs attention. We then set out to build non-functional prototypes of each idea. First, the pitcher. Next, the table with a button. In an attempt to narrow down our options for building, we constructed a decision matrix that helped guide our decision of which prototype to make functional. Another way we decided was we went back to our frequent restaurant goer to see which he preferred.
They're both buttons, but one sends a signal to the waiter, the other one is a light.
Signal to the waiter.
Why do you like that more than the lights?
Because the lights, the other people can also see, and it will disturb the other customers. This one, nobody knows. Only the customer and the waiter knows. They can communicate to each other.
We also traveled to a local Mexican restaurant to ask a waitress what she thought of the idea.
Open to a more modern way of waiting tables, such as a buzzer or a call button that lights up.
Yes, I think it would be great.
Okay,
Why do you think it would be great? What parts of it?
Just how we were talking earlier, just so you don't disturb a table, if we're just sitting here talking, and even if after the bill. Y'all still doing okay? You still doing okay? You want to check on them, but if you need another drink, then...
We began our building process by constructing a button holder through SolidWorks and the 3D printer. Next, we obtained an Arduino board and discovered that in order to wirelessly send a text message, which is how the waiter would be notified when the customer has pressed the button, we would need a GSM shield. After ordering our GSM shield from China and its arrival, we downloaded the software for Arduino and entered the appropriate code. Next, we wanted to 3D print a cover for the Arduino board itself, but the printer was down. So we did what we could and used a cardboard box the GSM shield came in and spray painted it black to make it look nicer and more appealing. We then returned to the local Mexican restaurant to interview the waiters and find out what they thought of our new prototype. After acquainting themselves with the functions of our prototype, the waitresses gave us feedback.
What do you like about it?
That people could get my attention without telling somebody else.
Do you see any problems with it?
Some people would abuse the button.
Yeah.
Or it can tell exactly what they do need instead of you having to make 2 trips.
So, but overall, you think it would be beneficial despite the problems it has?
Yeah.
Our user testing interviews gave us ideas on how we could potentially improve our product, but for now, as the waitress said, it's effective.